Well, happy Friday, one and all, and thank you for joining me for this very special episode of Arrow Nicely News. Today is Friday, June 20th, 2025. My name is Lenny Hernandez, and you may be wondering why this episode is so special. Isn't every episode of Arrow Nicely News special? Well, aren't we always bringing you stories that warm your hearts and bring levity and joy into your lives? Well, yes, of course we do. And it is our pleasure and privilege to do so, but today just so happens to be the 300th episode of Arrow Nicely News. That's right, this is Sparta 300! Today marks the 300th time that we are gracing your screens with award-winning journalism about Arrow senior living and the amazing stories that come from our communities. Well, to talk more about this incredible news program, I sat down with Arrow's Chief Operating Officer and the creator of Arrow Nicely News, Amanda Tweten. So, without further ado, allow me to welcome you to the 300th episode of Arrow Nicely News. Years ago, in the midst of all the dour news, we decided that we needed some more joy out in the world. And out of the ashes of negativity rose the phoenix that is Arrow Nicely News. From CEO Gladys Harris being featured on Ellen, to centenarians celebrating their 100th birthday, to a multitudes of birthdays and anniversaries, Nicely News has featured a host of special guests, from our own Arrow Employee Challenges to mental health professionals helping bring peace and wellness to our lives. Nicely News even inspired John Krasinski some good news, whether he likes to admit it or not. These lighthearted and touching moments that came out of our communities show how even in the most difficult times, people will shine through.
So do we want to talk a little bit about how it all began?
Yes, please. Tell me everything. Back in March of 2020. I know that was a tough time for a lot of people.
The incoming information about all things COVID and trying to process and understand it. And this idea really was born of two different things. The first being just that general sense of unknown, unease about what was happening at the time. Push pause on that. The other thing, I'm a super huge fan of you. I think you know that, but I've always been a super huge Lenny fan. And so taking this need to find joy and then also having an opportunity where we get to engage with you on a weekly basis, those two things came together and thus the Nicely News was born. I think when we originally started, it was it can be the smallest thing that we talk about. A dog. Somebody brought a dog to the community and they're visiting. I might have blacked this part out, but I don't remember us doing a video every single day. Do you remember that? Trying to get a video every day.
Our first episode was on a Wednesday. So we did Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We did every single day for the first 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah, it was it was like that.
As you typically work, you call me, you have an idea. 3 days later, the idea goes. I wasn't even home that first week. And so I was literally at one of my friend's house, potted together. So I sat on the floor. I got he had some wrapping paper. And so I cut some wrapping paper and pasted it across the floor of his kitchen, because his kitchen had the most, the whitest wall that I could find. But it was such a cool, fun experience in that moment. I'll never forget that first week.
Well, hello everybody. It is a beautiful day out here in Southern California.
Time flies when you're having fun, I guess, because
right?
I would not have imagined that we were 5 years past the start of that. So many things have changed. I remember you filming outside your apartment in Los Angeles. I know you had a big move to the Midwest. The variety of outfits, hair, all the different things that we've done over the course of 5 years. The outtakes.
Oh, poor Paco the pigeon. Why?
One of my favorite things is you never know what you're going to say. And so as you're doing your outtakes and the things that get in or don't get in, and I really love the rapport that has grown over the last 5 years between you and Aaron, because Aaron does so much of like putting kind of the script together.
Aaron's way of writing sometimes isn't the way that I speak. And so it's fun to navigate how I try to say it and how, Aaron loves to use words that I don't ever, I have to Google, be like, what is that? Oh, I've never heard that word before.
Well, then you throw in traditions and you've got lots of like words that are not typically in our vocabulary, and you're trying to like navigate all of that. It's fun. It's been you, Aaron, and Shannon have been really kind of like the three people that again, you have contributors from all over, but like the three of you have really like tied this together.
Oh, hey, Lenny, it's Shannon. You might remember me from that time you challenged me to do a handstand, or that other time when you roasted me and broke my heart a little bit, but it's fine. I've recovered from it.
300 episodes. That's a ton of episodes.
One of my favorite things about the Nicely News is when you take or you break away and you interview different staff members. And so like just even last week when you were talking with Austin, and I believe it was the resident services director at Kent Ridge. I mean, like how often do they get to have an opportunity to sit down and really talk about the things that they do and the impact that they have in their communities? And so like anytime you guys cut away to an in-person interview like that, I think it's so cool. Stephanie was saying today to a group of people about how the residents are like, they're fans of you. I don't know if you knew this, like, and they look for you in communities and whatnot.
I'm just glad that residents are watching. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that they're seeing the things that they do at the communities be showcased in a way that I'm not sure that any other place in the country or the world is showcasing them the way we are with Nicely News. And that's something that I can't be grateful enough for.
Do you remember, wasn't it Maria Menunez? Like she even did a shout out and talked about how you were so awesome on the Nicely News.
Yes, yeah. I remember you guys sent those little cameos over, and
she
like,
watched
whoa,
it.
What is this?
We didn't send it to her. Like she actively went and looked it up and like watched it and had all these great comments about it, which I was like, so you're not only award-winning Nicely News, but you've also got celebrity fans that think that you did a great job.
Oh my goodness. This interview is taking up so much time, and we haven't even talked about the fact that it is award-winning. It's an award-winning show. That's all you, Amanda. This is your idea.
Man, I think it started with a little idea, but with everything that happens, you guys take this little idea and you turn it into something that is just beyond what I would have imagined, and it's kind of exciting to see. So
in a positive way, we have made a mountain out of a molehill.
A round of applause for the creator. Yes, a round of applause. And on behalf of everyone who's a part of Making Nicely News, being a part of this show, highlighting fun events, showcasing how residents make a difference in the world, breaking the stigma around what senior living actually looks like, well, it's been our honor. And we are looking forward to continuing to bring you those stories and sharing how Arrow has the best communities and the most amazing residents that one could hope for. But for now, it's time for us to say goodbye. We'll be back in 7 short days for episode number 301. So make sure you come on back to find out what surprises we have in store for you all. Until that time, for Arrow Nicely News, I'm Lenny Hernandez. Have a wonderful weekend, an even better week, and we will see you all next Friday. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our show. There's 300 episodes now. You should have been subscribed by now. But if you haven't, it's okay. Subscribe now. If you're not caught up, you got some catching up to do. 300. Wow.